Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Glenn with GC Extreme, GCX Restorations, and Sea-Doo XP Riders. Check out the Facebook group page on Facebook, Sea-Doo XP Riders. Today we're going to be working on this 1996 SPX that I picked up pretty cheap in a package deal. We were told the engine is seized. Now I've gotten very lucky in the past with about 2 or 3 other skis that the sellers believed the engine was seized, and it was just a seized jet pump. So after removing the jet pump and seeing that it was seized and melted and locked up, it was only the engine. The engine was fine, the engine was free, so it was just the jet pump that was bad. So I got lucky in the past with that. Hopefully we'll get lucky today with this. So place your bets, 50-50. Is it going to be a locked up engine or a locked up jet pump? So we're going to go over removing this jet pump. Shouldn't take that long. I'm using my new DJI mini mic, Bluetooth microphone. Come in a package kit like this. It's got 2 microphones and the receiver, which is on the my phone right now. I switched to this. This was a much more expensive Bluetooth microphone for my YouTube channel, as opposed to using this Xylo Amazon one, cheap Chinese one or whatever. I don't know. This one was like 50 bucks. It worked great for a while, but then I had about 6 videos that I did, and it didn't record any audio. So it really began to piss me off. A lot of time wasted and no audio on video on a lot of my videos. So no longer using this one. So hopefully this DJI Mini will work a lot better. Now for tools for this project, I've got most of them here. I got to get my special tools, my jig for removing the jet pump. But we've got our impact ratchet. We may need a flathead screwdriver. We have a socket extension to get back at the pump, 17 millimeter socket, a 13 millimeter socket, a 10 millimeter socket, a 10 millimeter wrench, and some side cutters. And the wind's blowing, probably gonna knock over my tripod. And we've got this new tool that I bought off of Amazon, I think it was, or eBay. It's for removing the carrier, not the carrier, but the carbon seal. The carbon seal has that little hat that you have to push back to expose either the O-ring or the C-clip that's set in that groove to hold that hat in place. And that can be a pain to remove by yourself, pushing that back and trying to get that stuff out of that groove. So this tool is supposed to help make that a lot easier. We're going to test that out today as well. So I'm going to get some stuff ready, and we have a few things to do inside the hull. We have to remove that clip off the carbon seal, and we have to disconnect our hoses. Yep, I do need a 1/4 inch drive as well for some hose clamps, I believe, for the pump. So I'll get that stuff up and we'll get started on removing this stuff. So place your bets now. Is it the pump or is it the engine? Let's get started. Okay, so I grabbed my 1/4 inch nut driver for removing the hose clamps, and I grabbed my jig for my pump. Just 2 2x4s with a hole cut in for the cone. And then we have some ratchet straps to help pry the pump off. Because on these, the pump is silicone to the hull, which makes it a booger to get off. So on the pump here, we have, on this, you're gonna have VTS to disconnect right here. So you can either remove this nut here or remove these 2 10 millimeter, this nut and bolt here up in there. So you gotta remove that. That's what the 10 mil's for. And that, as well as the steering linkage here. Then you have a 13 millimeter socket for removing the cone. And then you have your 17 millimeter for getting back in here for the 4 studs. So that's what you gotta remove. But before you pull the pump off, you have to disconnect some hoses inside. So let's take this seat off. Okay, we'll remove our air box. Now, there is our carbon seal, and this is that hat that you want to push back, this thing here with a ridge on it. And we need to push this back and expose. Yeah, I can't really do it with one hand. But we need to remove these, or at least this one, this metal clamp here. That's what the side cutter is going to be for. And we need to get back here to remove this hose off the jet pump. It's back here. It's right back here where my finger is. You got this hose, and then you have these two hoses right back here. It's a lot easier if you remove your trim. You may have to remove the trim, but you got two hoses that go from the bailers up to the pump, those nozzles. So we'll probably maybe end up removing that trim. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I'm going to remove this hose clamp to get this hose out of the way. It's hard to do this with one hand. Okay, so that's out of our way. So see, this is not wanting to move. The PTO is not wanting to spin, so they think the engine is seized up. Maybe we'll get lucky. Okay, I'm gonna see. I think I need to tighten this here. This didn't come tight. I'm gonna snug that up real quick. Okay, so I got that socket head and that bolt snug up, and this sits in right in here. And then you got this bolt there where you can adjust it, and I'm guessing it's got to set up against that somehow. It's hard to do this with one hand, but somehow it goes. Something like that. Like I said, it's hard to do this with one hand. I need a camera person. Okay. And then we push, and then it moves that. You can look in there and you can see it's pushing it. We've got an O-ring right there. So we'll remove that O-ring. Okay. It's loose. Okay, see, now I'm putting it with my hand. So I broke it free. So I'm going to use my flathead screwdriver and my other hand in a second to get that O-ring out of that groove. Okay, so we won't be reusing this O-ring. It's hard to do this with the camera in the way. Okay. That's not easy. Okay, that O-ring is out of the groove. So now it's going to be a little hard. I would like to remove this this clamp here, but since we can't rotate it to get at it, I don't know if I'm able to rotate the clamp or not. Okay, we'll skip that part for now. I don't know if I can grab it with the side cutter. No, it's probably, yeah, it's gonna be a pain. Okay, at least we got this. The most important thing is getting this O-ring out. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. We're not going to be reusing that anyway. So there's our old O-ring right there. So now the only thing really holding the drive shaft in place is this clamp. So, okay, so now we need to work on our hoses back there. And so these hoses are behind the VTS unit. And then you got this black one right here. So I'm thinking I'm going to take the VTS off. So I'm going to grab my tool for that. Okay, so I grabbed my special PVC tool for removing the trim, the VTS trim, which is needed for this nut that's back up in here. So we're going to go ahead and start taking this stuff off so we can get access to that nut and get everything done back here. So first, grab our 10mm socket and wrench. Remove our steering. Our steering cable is unhooked from the nozzle. Now let's get in here and remove the bolt for the trim. Here we go. Always keep them in the right spot. Okay. Let's see. Now this is something to look out for. On these we have metal hose clamps. These metal hose clamps eat and destroy that VTS boot, which lets water into the VTS unit and shorts them out. So we need a driver to get in there and take those off. I do not know if I can get in there. Maybe I can with this. Sometimes it's tight. There we go. That worked pretty good. Now we gotta get to that rear one. I think there's one on the rear. Yeah, I can feel it. It's back there. Sorry for the bad lighting. Not much room to work. Maybe I got it loose enough. Okay, now you see all this boot is all shredded. Look at that. From those metal hose clamps. And it's still hanging on in there. You can see a little hose clamp. It does not want to stay put while I can turn it. Okay, I'm going to set my phone down and use my other hand to hold it still. Okay, so got it loose enough to get that big hose clamp off. So you get a small hose clamp and a big hose clamp. Your new kits come with plastic clamps, so you don't have to worry about the metal eating and destroying these rubber boots. There's what's left of that rubber boot. Look at that, just destroyed. Okay, so now we can use our special wrench tool, get on that nut, maybe if I take the nozzle off and get that out of my way first. Okay, so let's see, grab our 13s. Now remember, you've got two little O-rings right there these are dried up and mushed up, but they go in between that and this. So when you put this back together, you probably want new O-rings. Okay, so now we can get to that nut. There we go. So basically take your PVC pipe, heat it up, and push it onto the nut and let it form. So it forms a nut, forms a socket for you. Works great. Okay, so now we can take the VTS out. Before we do that, we'll go ahead and break loose and take these 4 17mm sockets off while we're back here. So we'll get those off. We got our 17mm socket. Take that 13 off. Oh, that stud came right out. Not a big deal. It'll go back in and we'll put some red Loctite on it. Sometimes that happens. Happens a lot, quite often. Okay, now we'll take our lock washers and washers off. Very tight spot. Oh, otherwise they'll come off when we pull the pump off. We'll get them. Okay, got most of them. I don't know if I can get that one. There we go. Almost had it. Okay, it'll come off when I pull the pump. I'll just have to make sure I don't lose it. So now let's work on getting that VTS out so we can get those hoses disconnect. Okay, so now this VTS should pull right off. Look at that. Easy peasy. And you can see the hoses. We got these 2 hoses that connected to the pump and our pump hose. This is for our water in. Let's just pull these off. Sometimes they're a lot harder than that. And we'll get our nut driver and get this off. If I can get in there at this angle. Let's see if I can pull that off. Okay, I can spin it. Now I can get at that hose clamp a little better. Okay. Oh, okay, I think I got it loose enough. There we go. Okay, so now we're ready to pull that pump off. You want to always make sure you got these disconnected, otherwise you're going to fight even more. The pump is silicone to the hull, but you're going to fight even more if you have those if you leave those hoses on. Okay, we'll grab our jig and our ratchet straps. And I'll try to get you in a good spot so you can see this. Okay, I'm gonna move my plug out. I don't need that in right now because it's gonna be in the way. Cannot remember what ratchet strap I used. Okay, I think it's the red and green one. So we're gonna hook our ratchet strap hook up in there. Give us some slack, go to the bottom one. Trying to hook it in there, it's not easy. Sometimes you might want to grab a long flathead screwdriver to try to turn in that. Well, we can't turn anything. Everything's locked up, so we're not able to turn anything, so. There we go. Stick that about right there. Oh. Okay, so, yep, she's pulling free. You can see that silicone pull. Oh, there we go. That wasn't so bad. Oh. Uh-oh, doesn't look good. Our pump is spinning. Our pump spins. That means our engine's locked up. No. I was hoping to get lucky. I was hoping to get lucky. Oh. Not good. Not good at all. So the engine is locked up. Very sad. Very, very sad. Not good. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I was really hoping it was just a bad locked up jet pump and the engine was good, but it appears the engine is seized and locked up. I will have to take off the head, see what the cylinders look like, and then just go from there. We'll pull it out later and see how bad locked up it really is. See if the case is damaged, see if it's worth rebuilding, if it's a rebuildable core. If it's one I can rebuild, I'll probably send it to Peter at Fox Valley Power Sports to have him rebuild it. So yeah. So if you bet on it being the engine, you would have won. You would have won the bet. So collect your money. But yeah, I was really hoping it was just the jet pump. So guess I can't win all the time, but hope you guys really enjoyed this quick video and tear down and taking your bets on what the issue was. So got more videos coming down the line. I hope you guys had a good summer. Hope you're prepping for winter. Just a very sad day here in Minnesota. Winter's coming. It was like 37 degrees this morning, so I'm gonna get this cleaned up. I'm probably not gonna tackle. I might take the head off, but otherwise I got too many other projects. I want to get the GTI going, and then get it. It's already winterized, but get it prepped for covered up for winter and get them all situated and napped down, so I can start on other projects for 3D printing. So yeah, so hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you in the next video. Okay guys, for those that stuck around, I'm back. Got good news. Thought the engine was seized because the pump, we took the pump off and the pump spun freely. I put my impeller tool on my PTO impeller tool on the shaft, put a little muscle to it, and it broke free. Check this out, guys. Check this out. She spins. Woohoo! I hear something sloshing around in there. I'm hoping it's not water. But yeah, let's hook a battery up to this sucker. Oh crap, that's right. I don't have a solenoid. I don't have a starter solenoid. I can pull one from that one, but crap. I don't want to pull that one again. I got starter solenoids on order, so we can bypass the starter solenoid. We don't need the starter solenoid. We can just put a battery on it and we can touch the red wires. We can touch the red wires. Let's do that. Let's grab a battery. Let's do that. Come on. Okay, so I think it was a bad starter. I got the battery installed and I swapped starters, as you can see down in there. If you can see, I got a white starter now. I took out the black starter. Stupid, cheap Chinese black crap. So now we're going to touch this red one and watch. Whoa! Okay, yep. She's spinning. I think she's spitting gas or water. Okay, let's get these spark plugs out of the way. Oh. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna move my tools. I'm gonna get a rag to put over here. Yeah, she's spraying everywhere. Oh man, she's spraying everywhere. I'm gonna get this cleaned up, but she's spinning. Okay, so she's spitting out everywhere. I'm gonna throw a rag over it and see what else she does. Yep. Oh, that's a lot. That is a lot. Cannot tell if that's, I think it smells a little bit like gas, but it's really watery. We're getting there. We're getting most of it out. a lot better than what it was. My battery's going to be getting weak. Okay, I'm going to spray some fogging oil in it, and hopefully she'll be good. We'll let's do a compression test. Okay, so I got my compression tester here. We'll check our front cylinder first. $150, look at that. $150. Now let's check our rear one. $150. We're at 150. So we're good. We probably have some fluid in there. It's causing a little high compression, but I think she's strong. It's a strong engine. So let's get some stuff cleaned up here. Okay guys, now this is the end of this video. No more psych outs from the other one where I thought it would be the end, but so we've got good compression. I'm going to throw a little fogging oil for lubrication in the cylinders for now. My ultimate goal is to try to get it fired up and running so I can maybe run some antifreeze through it. We've got to take off the exhaust manifold later to replace some bolts that are broken or worn out in the manifold. This one and the GTI have that issue, so the manifold, the exhaust and the manifold's got to come off. So there's a lot more work, and then we'll take the carbs off after a bit, and we'll rebuild the carbs. We got to replace the oil and gas lines, of course. We'll rebuild that pump, but hopefully we've got good compression. Hopefully it's not being mixed up with some of the fluid. It turns over strong, as you can see. So hopefully we can get it fired up. We can get some of the stuff done, get it winterized, get it torn apart, and prep for more work, and have a good runner to sell in the spring. So I got a new solenoid coming for the gray box for this one. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and wow, what a change of events. Took the pump off, thought it was the pump that was seized. It wasn't, so I was really like, oh crap, the engine is seized. But turns out the engine will turn over. So that's good. So we've got a potential good runner here. Just needs a lot of work. So follow this video, follow this playlist and these projects. Hit the like button, please subscribe, leave a comment. I'm gonna get stuff cleaned up here and get inside and shower. I smell like gas. Have a good night. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks.